welcome to part 2 of the modular environment design in Blender for game engines. This course is easy to follow, and even though I'm using hardopes and box cutter, you should be fine in vanilla Blender if you know the basic tools. Now if you don't know the basic tools, I would highly recommend our free course for beginners called Jumpstart Hard Surface in Blender. It will get you up to speed in a matter of days, saving you a lot of time and frustration. The link is in the description. Like I said, the course is free. Now if you get stuck during any of these courses, feel free to join our Discord channel with almost 4,000 people over there and a help section, so you should never get stuck again. Link is down below. Enjoy.
Hi guys, Ryuu here, welcome back to part 2, and in this one we're gonna be designing the environment using the pieces we created. Now I'm just wondering if this door isn't too crazy. It's a little bit big, to be honest. So I don't know, maybe if we made this cutout a bit smaller and create some kind of a framing around the door, this would be a bit better. It's a little bit long, you know. So, or what we could do is we could make it narrower. So I would remove this cut here and remove the boolean. Grab this wall piece and kind of make it smaller. So SX and make it 4 instead of, 8. So move it in here and grab these and GX, hold control, and boom, that's 4, right? Same size as the floor tile. And then we could come in here with cutter. So Control A, apply scale, and come in with cutter and with the grid, and cut something in here. So one more time, select it, and let's just cut something like this maybe, or let's go to local mode. Let's make it a little bit more dense. So scroll your mouse, there we go, and then go back, and let me see that. Maybe something like this would do, or a bit wider, like this. This would also do, right? Although this is squarish, or we could do it, lower but wider. That's gonna be cool, actually. B for bevel, and how many segments we have? 6 is, I think, fine. And press X, click, and click to slice. Select this one, Alt M, click here and copy, not the vertex. Go to materials and copy material, there we go. So this one is a little bit, kind of more manageable, I think. For a door, you're gonna be sliced in half. I think it's gonna look cool. Be a bit wider, but I think it's okay, like that, kind of like a lap door. I think it's enough. So we could use this one instead, but if you want to use a longer one, you can use longer one. We still have the longer one here, so we can move it here on y-axis and just simply keep it, so you can use both if you wanted to. Okay, cool. So let's remove this floor here because we don't need it. Okay, so let's remove all these. So remove these, and let's remove these. So all of these, there we go. And let's save this file, right? So let's go here and save. I can see that this human is not needed. Can remove her. PG. All right. So now let's start designing this thing. So what we need here first is a floor. So Shift D and hold Control, and boom. So first tile, Alt D X, and let's move it in here. And of course, make sure that the scale is applied. This is really important, right? Because later on, when you go with Alt D, you can't apply scale because these are instanced. Okay, so before you copy that, make sure that scale is applied. All right, it's important. Alt D X and move it in here. Cool. Now we're gonna grab these 2 floors and Shift D and move it in here. Alt D and move it in here. Okay, that's a floor. Then we're gonna grab the doorway and we're going to Shift D. Now remember that we need to uniquify this. So right click to cancel. Operations, uniquify, right? And go to the top view, G, and slap it here in the middle. And now we're gonna grab these 2 and Alt D Y, move them in here. Then we're gonna grab the inner corner and Shift D and move it here, rotate it, okay, and snap it here. So, and then Alt D X, move it in here and rotate it, and boom, Okay, then grab the another inner corner. Actually, you can grab it from here. So Alt D and move it in here, rotate it, right? And make sure it snaps here. And then we can move it to the other side. So Alt D X and rotate it, and boom. And you got yourself a really interesting, you know, area. It's pretty cool. It's gonna be really tall, and we're gonna have some, elements running on the top. It's gonna be really cool. Okay, cool. Some drop-down ceiling with some lights, etc. So it's supposed to be tall, guys. Yeah. So now let's keep designing. Yeah. So now we're gonna grab these two, and let's actually select all of them and move them here. Okay. So move them somewhere here. Right. Cool. Let's grab these two, Alt D, Y, and hold Control. Then let's grab this one, Alt D, and move it in here and rotate it. And snap it in here, Alt D, X, and move it in here. Then we need these, Alt D, and move it in here. And then Alt D, and Shift R. And we're gonna worry about it later. Now, here we need a wall. So Shift D, okay. Rotate it, and G, and snap it. Okay, cool. See, in this situation, what we need is we need one more floor piece. Wall piece is gonna be a little bit longer, because when we're gonna offset this wall like this to another piece, we are this piece becomes full grid, full grid shorter, if you know what I mean. 1, 2, 3, 4. You see that? Because it doesn't lay on the floor, it lays outside the floor. Okay, so this one of these pieces needs to be longer. So what we need to do is grab this piece, okay, Shift D, move it in here, and make it longer by 4. Okay, so we're gonna be one more floor piece that we need. So grab here and G, X, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so instead of this piece, we're gonna remove that, grab this, Shift D, and rotate it. Okay, and G, and snap it, right? And now it's peachy. So Shift D, move it in here, rotate it, and snap it. Now here we could use a window. So we could use a window like this, right? So the whole window. So select this empty and Shift G, immediate children. Select this one, Shift D, and then Q, and you can't really run a uniquify if you're not going to select one of these pieces. So Shift click on one of these pieces, Q, operations, uniquify, and then you can move it, right? So go back, and now we can move this. So G, and snap it in here. Okay, so we're gonna have a window, which is cool because it's gonna create more interest. And now we need a corner piece here. So in the outer corner, which is this one, so Shift D and move it in here, G, and snap it. And here we need the same piece, so we're gonna grab that, Alt D, and move it in here. Okay, and now one more thing I forgot to do is apply scale here. So Control A, apply scale, and then copy it. My bad, guys, because later on when you Alt D that, like I said, you can't really apply scale. So just repeat that here, Alt D, and come on, G, and just drop it here with Control. Perfect. And we could run a regular wall here, so you know, this one, so Alt D and rotate it, and G, drop it in here, and we need another corner piece here, so Alt D, Y, then we can Shift R this few times, grab this outer corner, and Alt D, X, move it in here, rotate it, and snap it. So snap it here, boom. And then we need inner corner here, so we could grab this one, Alt D, and move it in here. So grab this wall, this is a window, right? So grab this wall, Alt D, and snap it in here. There we go. And here on this side we have another window, so be cool. So grab this wall here and Alt D and rotate it and snap it here. And we could have another window, so select that and Shift G and children, select this one, Shift D, go to local, Shift select that, Q, operations, uniquify, select that, go back, and G and move it in here, rotate it with control, and boom, right. Alright, PG. And then we can extend it here 3 times, I think, actually once. So Alt D, Y, and move it in here. This one too, Alt D, and move it in here. Then we could select these and Alt D and move it here and Shift R. And then we're going to run a wall here. So 2 walls. So Alt D and boom. Oh, wait a minute, this is a window, right? So let's grab this one. Alt D and boom, and then Alt D and boom, and then we're gonna go right. So we're going to actually remove that, and we're going to run this one. So Alt D and X, and then Shift R, and hang on, and Shift R, yeah, boom, yeah, there you go, and Alt D and Y, and we will need the shorter piece somewhere here. So you can grab this one, Alt D, and rotate it like that. Perfect. Okay, and then we need the outer corner here. So Alt D, rotate it, and move it in here. Another corner is going to be needed here, so we need the inner corner for the door. So Alt D is going to be another door here, and select these 3 and Alt D and move it in here, and then grab the door. So grab the door and Alt D, and what we need to do is uniquify this. Okay, and then G and move it in here, or rotate it and snap it. Okay, and then we need another corner, so Alt D, R. Okay, and we need the outer corner here, so Alt D, R, and G. Okay, and then we need the inner corner here again, so Alt D. And we could just run a straight wall here, that's cool. So grab a wall, Alt D, and rotate it, G, and snap it, boom. And here the same, just a straight wall. So snap it here, and Alt D, and then we need a half piece, so we need this. So Shift D and R and snap it here, boom. And I think the same thing here, so this could be Alt D and then Alt D and then Shift R, and we need one more of these pieces, so Alt D and move it in here. Okay, cool. Wait a minute, this one is misaligned. G and boom, there we go. I double check if there's no overlapping, or like Z fighting, or you don't have 2 pieces overlapping like this, so make sure everything is perfect. Yeah, but so far so good, and that looks pretty decent. And to work on this piece here, so let's grab a wall and Alt D and move it in here, so G and snap it, and then we're gonna get a corner and go this way. So grab a corner and Alt D and rotate it and move it here. Okay, and then we need to extend this floor. So we're gonna extend it here probably twice, and then we're gonna extend it, whoa, let's just turn on box cutter. We're gonna extend it this way, so Alt D X, and let's just go extend it one more time, and I think one more time, but we will see. And we need a piece here on the wall, so just simply grab a wall piece like this, Alt D. Oh, this one is actually not the wall piece, that's a window, Alt D here, and snap it, so G, and here we're gonna have a kind of like a window section, so let's not do anything yet here. This part here needs a corner, so grab that and Alt D and rotate it. Remember to hold control every time you do that, right? If you don't, you're gonna be in a world of pain. So we need a small piece here, so I think it's gonna be this one. Alt D. I might be wrong. I'm wrong. It's gonna be the small one. I mean the half size. So Alt D, there we go. R, rotate it, and G, and boom, and then another corner, so Alt D, and then a wall, so we could borrow this, Alt D. See how easy this is, guys? It's just a joke. Then we need a window here for sure, so we could actually grab this one, okay? And in fact we could just, you know, yeah, we could grab this one. So Shift G and immediate children, and select this one, go to local, Shift select, operations, unique Wi-Fi, select empty, same thing, and then G and move it in here, right? Okay, cool. Now what we need is a short piece, I suppose. So what we could do is grab this piece from here and Alt D it here, boom. All right, cool. So we got this environment kind of sorted out. There's there's a corridor going around. This could be some kind of a doorway here as well if you wanted to. You know, you could create a room inside here. Let me see that. Yeah, Alt D, and then Alt D here, and then Shift R twice, and then we could actually remove these and do this, Alt D X, and boom. And here we could have another doorway, you know, so we could have a doorway to another lab. So grab this and simply Alt D it in here. So we're gonna have kind of like a room you can go into, but we forgot to unique Wi-Fi one more time. Alt D, okay, and then Q and unique Wi-Fi. There we go, and G, and move it in here, and everything should be fine. Boom, and now we got ourselves a room inside here, which is pretty cool. So you can go inside this room here. Now this one could be beveled on two sides, so what you could do is grab this piece, but before you do that you need to remove the dependency here, okay? Because if you do anything to this piece, all of them going to get updated. Look, watch, see what I mean? So what you need to do is remove this, and if you wanted to create a supple corner here, you know, and for example supper corners in here, you will need to remove the dependency. But quite frankly, every single corner in this room is squared, so we might just leave it like that, you know, leave it squared, okay? But you know, there could be a room here, or you could just leave it empty. It doesn't matter, it's up to you. Okay, but it looks pretty decent. In next video, what we're gonna be doing, we're gonna be designing the front piece here for gonna be like diagonal window, I mean 45 degrees windows, really cool. And in the next one we're gonna be designing ceiling, but ceiling's gonna be super easy, because what we're gonna do, let's grab these empties and hide them, and then let's simply press B and select the entire thing. So you're selecting the entire thing, and then we're gonna do Shift D and move it up, hold the control, but we need to move it on top of it, so Z and boom, and then M, new collection, ceiling, okay? And you know, you sort it basically, so this is your ceiling, and we can hide it so you can have access to it, but you know, that's your ceiling sorted. So if you turn it on, you can see that, you know, you already have an environment going on here, right? So it's pretty cool, right? Looking good. But this is basically going to allow you to very easily access stuff from the top when you're building things, okay? Alright guys, so in the next video we're going to be designing the front piece. I'm going to be designing the windows here and close it off. Probably we're not going to need these floor pieces because they're going to be basically a part of this enclosure. I have a middle piece and two pieces on corners, so you can have two corner pieces left and right, piece in the middle to, you know, create some different design if you wanted to. Alright, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.